Yo, welcome to vlog number 5. So we've got a really jam-packed day today. So getting the workout in early. It's now 6:30. So up at 5 AM like a zombie, getting some pre-workout in. Going to do the workout now, which is a push followed by a session that we're recording for Dragon's Den, Robert Theopiafidis. He owns Robert Diaz, so they sent out a couple of products, so we're going recording a home workout that people can do. That's basically doing all your washing up, your cleaning the dishes, and how to make that harder for people that are stuck for time. So we're going to hit up the gym now. Got physio later on, got a business consultation meeting. Catch you at the other side. Okay, quick run through on my pre-intra and post-workout nutrition just for training. So my pre-workout is Flexi Fury. What I use, 1 scoop. Again, pre-workout, always choose whatever one works best for you. I get really bad jitters and just upset stomach with a lot of pre-workouts. Flexi Fury is really clean energy for me. It's one of my favorites. Then intra-workout, I'm using leucine, which is the main ingredient in branched-chain amino acids. So I either fluctuate between branched-chain amino acids or leucine, particularly if I'm training fasted, which we're doing this morning. All my sessions right now until the marathon de Sable are going to be fasted sessions, just trying to get my body a little bit more fat adapted. I mix my waddy through it because it tastes like fucking dick otherwise. Okay, workout done, so a bit of a push workout, bit of chest and triceps, and then finished with a HIIT. So changed my t-shirt and did a HIIT workout to finish. Absolutely brutal. I'll put the whole thing in the YouTube description. For anyone watching on Facebook, head over to YouTube and you'll see the whole workout in the description. So I just want to talk a couple of things while we're stuck in Galway traffic. We totally mistimed this. Like Galway, the traffic in Galway is, and I lived in LA for a while and in California. I think Galway is nearly as bad now. But a massive thank you to everybody who downloaded the GA off-season guide, and an apologies because it crashed the website twice last week with the amount of people that came in through. So the ebook is through the website, it's free, it's got everything you need for your off-season as a GA player, so your training, how to set your goals, your nutrition, how to eat, supplements, best ones to use in your off season. But yeah, there was so many hits to the website. There was like, I think it was 5,000 hits in the first 20 minutes, and it crashed the whole website. So a massive thank you. The high end of best problems you can have. And that should be on my Facebook page, and it'll be on my Instagram as well. I might even link it in the YouTube description down below here too. So anyone that wants that, you'll be able to download it for free, and it'll go straight into your iBooks. What I'm going to talk on today for our car talk, this has been coming up a lot on my Snapchat and my Instagram recently, is the time of the year, people getting sick with colds and flus, and just a few little tips and tricks that you can use that will hopefully just stop you getting sick over the winter. So one of the things that I live by myself is that you don't get a cold or a flu. The cold or flu gets you. It's when your immune system is compromised is when you're going to heighten your risk of getting sick. So we all know those people that have super strong immune systems, that everyone else is getting sick around them and they're perfect. That's the high end of the cold or flu getting you, because your immune system is suppressed and it's not working optimally. You leave yourself open to, you know, picking up everything that's going. So there's a couple of things that I would advise. It's not a case of take this supplement and it's going to work, because there are supplements that will help support your immune system. Your vitamin C, vitamin D, your zinc, your mineral that's going to get massively depleted in athletes. Your glutamine is an amino acid, gets depleted in athletes. And it's very important for immune function. But a lot of it's down to your sleep, recovery, and your nutrition, and then adding your supplements in on top of it. Because if your nutrition isn't good and you're eating foods that are highly processed, or you know that have gone through a lot of processing, you're not going to get the same energy and nutrients from those foods. So you're going to open up your risk of getting sick faster. So again, this is where kind of health and fitness tends to split. So if you're eating a lot of protein bars, diet drinks, things like that are all perfectly fine for fitness. Like, you can get into amazing shape factoring those into your macros, but there may not be the best thing for your immune system in terms of vitamins and minerals. And one of the things to watch out for is something that has fortified with vitamins. That's one of my biggest fucking pet peeves, is things that like drinks, your Vid Hits or your protein bars or your protein drinks that are like fortified with vitamins. Fortified with vitamins just means they've been added in after, and their bioavailability is not going to be that good, which means that even though there's 100% of your vitamin B12 in there, you're not going to absorb that amount because of the way that it's been added in. So you got to be very careful with that. And again, the only reason I spot that is when I started training first, and started seriously getting into my nutrition first at probably 18, 19, I fell for all those, anything that was added protein, I was like, oh, I'm getting protein, it's fine. Or fortified with vitamins, I'm like, oh, I'm getting all my vitamins and minerals. And not understanding the bioavailability, what you absorb is the key. And again, I talked about this in a video recently that, and I talked about it on my Snapchat, that I don't even remember my broccoli being fortified with vitamins. So it's one that's worth keeping in mind, that just because it says vitamin drink or you know, fortified with extra protein or whatever, you may not be absorbing that, so it still may not be the best thing for you. So just be mindful of that. If you're getting sick all the time and you're following the traditional fitness diet where you're just fitting things into your macros and your immune system's suppressed, then that may be the cause of it. Because effectively what food does, particularly whole real food, is it gives your body energy. When you feed your body with the correct macronutrients, your carbs, your fats, your protein, your right amount of micronutrients, your vitamins, your minerals that your body needs, you're going to have a stronger immune system and you're not going to get sick. You're also going to change your body composition faster. That's why when I talk in my book, The Fitness Mindset, which was it's still actually the best seller on Amazon in the nutrition section on Kindle, and I talk about in the nutrition section that stick with whole food, stick with real food as much as you can, because you're going to get more vitamins and minerals for your body, and it's going to change your composition faster, because you're going to be able to lose body fat and build muscle more efficiently if you have more energy, because your output's going to be higher if you're training, and your recovery is going to be better, so you're going to feel better during the day, and you're not going to have these energy slumps where you end up reaching for something stimulanty or reaching for something sugary just to get a pick-me-up. So again, not getting sick over the Christmas is very, very similar. Getting sick over the winter, stick with whole foods, vitamins, minerals. I'm eating a lot of curries at the minute, and I'm just loading it up with different vegetables. Get your fruits in, get your complete protein sources if you're not vegan. If you're vegan, combine different fruits, legumes, nuts, so that you get all your complete, or all your essential amino acids. Like, you can build it into your nutritional plan, and then after that it's going to be your recovery and your sleep. Like, it's hard over the winter period because it's a bit of a catch-22, and I can speak from personal experience that when the evenings get shorter and it's really like it's dark at 6 p.m, you're tired at 6 p.m, And one of the things I used to fall victim to when I was teaching was when I came home when it was dark, I used to fall asleep on the couch and nap because it was dark and I was tired. What happens when it gets dark is your body starts to produce melatonin, which is your hormone that helps regulate your sleep. So that's why our circadian rhythm can be thrown off a small bit in the winter, because it's getting dark at 6 or 7 p.m. and you're getting tired at that time, and then some people are napping and then getting a second wind, and then you can't fall asleep at half 10, 11 p.m. when you go to bed. So one of the ways to hack that is to make sure that, you know, you're staying active. My rule is don't sit on the couch, because if you sit on the couch, you're done. That was when I used to come in from school at 4 p.m, 5 p.m, by the time I got home, it was getting dark. If I sat on the couch, I was gone, because I'd fall asleep for 20 minutes and then I wouldn't be able to go to sleep that night. And then you have that cycle where you don't sleep well, you're reaching for stimulant drinks, you're reaching for sugar, trying to get an energy hit the next day, and then it rolls over to the weekend, and then you're back on track, and then the same thing happens on Monday or Tuesday, and the cycle continues. So it's something that's worth looking out for over the winter months as well, to not nap that late in the evening if you're coming in, because if you're not sleeping, you know, there's been a lot of scientific studies done, and again, studies change depending on the science, but a lot of the scientific studies on PubMed and different places will show you that your insulin resistance will increase when you haven't slept. The amount of people that have suppressed immune systems that are only getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, even though you might be in bed for 8, you're not getting 8 hours sleep. Some people are only getting 4 or 5 because they can't drop into REM, they can't drop into rapid eye movement sleep. So stay on top of your sleep as well. And then the last thing is the supplement. You know, as much as I'd love to say use this supplement and you won't get sick, you can use supplements that I'll mention now that will help you, but if your nutrition isn't good and you're not sleeping, you can take 10x the amount of these supplements and they're not going to work. You're still going to get sick over the winter. But if your nutrition is good, for the most part, the 80-90%, you're sleeping well 80-90%, then there's certain supplements you can add in that will help you. You know, again, supplements should supplement what you're missing in your nutrition. But if you're training and you're doing workouts, you're doing my 7 a.m. workouts on a Monday morning on Facebook, or you're on a program, or you're doing your own training, whatever it is, your immune system is going to get highly more suppressed than a normal person that doesn't go to the gym, because your amino acid, your glutamine, was one of your essential amino acids. Essential meaning you need to get it from food, because your body, or supplements, because your body can't make it itself. That gets depleted from high-end trainers when you're training, so it increases your risk of getting sick. So adding back in your glutamine, or in a high quality protein powder that's got added glutamine to it, or a high level of glutamine, your zinc, which is again is a mineral which gets highly deficient in athletes. One of the first supplements I add back in at my GA players is zinc, for the most part, particularly if they're not sleeping or they're not recovering. And what happens with a lot of people, particularly guys, girls are the same, is zinc is a precursor for testosterone. So it means that you need to get zinc in your body will help you produce more testosterone. So that's why it works as a test booster for some people. And it can, if you're deficient in zinc and then you start adding it back in, you'll start to find your sex drive is going back up. Same with girls, because you've got testosterone as well. It's just in a different balance with estrogen with females compared to guys. And then after that is going to be your trial and true vitamin C and vitamin D. The only thing is with vitamin C is make sure that you're getting a high quality supplement, and again, your vitamin D is going to be similar to fatty, you know, a fat soluble vitamin. It's going to help to have it with a fat source, but get a high quality vitamin D, a high quality vitamin C, and then dose it around whatever your body weight is. There is no one size fits all. So people that come through my programs, if they're sick, I'm going to treble or quadruple up their vitamin C and vitamin D, because their immune system is suppressed. They can take more of that and their body's going to absorb it and suck it up like a sponge. If you're perfectly healthy and not getting sick at all, you're probably not going to need high levels of vitamin C and vitamin D. Again, depending on the time of year, depending on your country, if your vitamin D is produced from sunlight as well. So if you're in a country like Ireland where there's not a lot of sunlight during the winter, you're probably going to be able to take a lot more vitamin D depending on your body weight. So again, factor it in depending on your body weight, depending on where you are, and depending on how you're feeling, because when you're sick, you're going to be able to take more glutamine on, you're going to be able to take probably more zinc on, and you'll definitely be able to take more vitamin C and vitamin D safely, as long as you don't go too crazy. Like any vitamin, any mineral in excess dose in supplement form can be toxic to the body. So again, always check the recommended dose on the label, or your doctor or your trainer or whoever it is that you're working with, whatever professional you're working with, let them tell you, right, this is going to be the best dose for you. And when you put that all together over the winter, that can stop you getting sick, and can be a massive help to particularly the person that is in, you know, an office or a school or a hospital, or just where you're around people, the gym, where you're going to increase your risk of getting colds and flus because everybody's kind of coughing and spluttering. So hopefully that helps. And be sure, if you know anybody that will benefit from listening to this as well, that get colds and flus all the time, be sure to tag them below in the vlog. Yeah, and hopefully that helps. Let me know if it helps. Comment below. Okay, just after recording a new podcast episode, so 8 quick tips to look your best for the Christmas period. So that's going to be out the first week of December. So basically tips on nutrition, training, cardio, supplements, how to set your target and goals, so that you're able to basically delay gratification for 3 weeks so that you can look your best for Christmas. So that will be out the first week of December. So be sure to subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher or Libsyn, or on YouTube. They're now up on YouTube too, and hopefully that episode by the first week of December will be on Spotify as well. So hopefully you get a lot of value from that. Tomorrow also, this won't be in the vlog, but we're recording the first episode of my new podcast, the GA Lean Body Podcast. So my Brian King Fitness podcast was normally on a Monday and a Friday. That's going to now switch to Mondays only, once a week. And the GA Lean Body Podcast, which is going to be a separate podcast completely for GA players, is now going to be out on Fridays. So stay tuned for that if you're a GA player. I hope you get loads of value. First episode should be up probably the first week of December as well, so it'll be splitting with that Christmas episode on the Brian Key Fitness podcast. So about to head off now. I've got a business consultation with a guy coming up from Kerry, so I will see you out the other side.
I read Tim Ferriss's The 4 Hour Work Week, and I was like, geez, business doesn't seem like that difficult. In my world, I didn't even know how to spell business. I did know. I didn't understand anything to do with business. I didn't know what marketing was. I didn't know what, capital was. Not any terminology or anything. So I read The 4 Hour Work Week. I said, geez, this is it was actually an audiobook. This is interesting, and it's something I could do. So I started looking at my passions: football, sport. Big in football and sport. Big in Tonguega, and I was going down the line of sport and fitness and all that kind of stuff, but I thought there was just loads of people everywhere. There was a lot of, I suppose it was crowded. I felt it was crowded. So I was like, on Guega, there's not much going on for Guega, and I love the Irish. All my education was through Irish, and I felt like I could make a difference from this with my personality and my teaching style and the way I do things. I felt there was something there with Anguega that I could use with Anguega. So I started doing a bit of research and checking out different ideas, looking at different ideas and brainstorming basically for a long while. And once I read the 4 Hour Work Week, it gave me encouragement. It gave me a drive to learn more and more and more. So I came up with the idea then of an online gamified course for Leaving Cert students. Because I suppose there's very little resources out there, not only for students but for teachers also. Like I know myself that when you're looking for things all the time on the internet, or you're sharing resources with other teachers, and it's great that the community teachers are like, it's a fantastic community. They work so hard. We work so hard. Like, it's not just the classes or your 22 hours a week. Like I get snaps to this day of teachers up 11 o'clock at night, the weekends working constantly. You know how it is. It's reckless. I remember. So resources for teachers, something to change the perception of Irish. How do I do this? And I was lucky enough that in 2014 I went to the World Cup. And I vlogged my way to the World Cup. I actually brought my local GA jersey, Naguel, with an intention of getting a few signatures for charity. I was going to sell that for charity. And I happened to meet some of the best players in the world. I met Maradona, I met Zico, I met Van Nistelrooy, I met Van Persie, I met the best players in the world, like 24, 25 and I got them all to sign the jersey. And a friend of mine said, Mike, this is unbelievable. I had a WhatsApp group sharing pictures with the lads, but one of the lads was like, Mike, you have to create a Facebook page here, and just do what you do. So I said, alright, so I didn't have time to make it, so he actually created it for me. It's actually she created for me actually, and she said, right, it's up, put your stuff onto this instead of your own personal. So I started uploading photos and videos onto Facebook and YouTube, and I started getting loads of followers. I got like within a week and a half, I had like 4,000 people following me on Facebook, and Snapchat had only started. And I remember the World Cup final was the first Snapchat story live, the first live Snapchat story. Do you remember that you could post up and story?
I wasn't on Snapchat.
Were you not?
No.
I was the game. It was the third photo in. My photo on Snapchat was the third photo in. It had 48 million views and it's 60-something thousand screenshots, right? And I was like, God, this is insane. So I was like, right, I had a presence on social media. I felt I was good at social media. People were following me, my personality, all that kind of stuff. We've got the Irish thing. I'm a teacher, so a social media teacher, and I could help all these students and change their perception of Irish. So how could I do this? Right, how can I do this? So I thought about helping students, right, with their leaving cert. Okay, grinds. Yeah, but you only can give a grind a go, or so let's create a gamified, or let's create a learning management system. So as I create a learning management system, fantastic, right? That's okay to help students do well, but how can we make it fun? How can we? All right, let's make it gamified. All right, so let's gamify the points, rewards, and badges and all that kind of stuff. But badges and points, that's great too, but like getting points, yeah, that's okay. And maybe at the end of every lesson they get notes, and that's fantastic. But in the future, I hope to reward students for the work they've done, so they can redeem for real rewards like cinema tickets, concert tickets, all that kind of stuff. It gives them that drive, not only to learn Irish or to do well in their leaving cert, it gives them that drive to do something good too. You know what I mean? So that was the course, and I can promote it then with social media, my Facebook, my Instagram, my Snapchat. You know,
the first thing I would be doing, and this is advice I'd offer anyone in any situation starting off, is I would get a pilot group and work out all your kinks first. I'm working on that. I would pull in.
I have 4 or 5 students in mind. That are going to get it this week. So they have 2 weeks then.
100%. That's what I would do first and foremost. I would pilot it, beta test it, because shit's going to come up there. Problems are going to come up that you didn't even think of. Something with a file, something with a question, something with what they're not following. Like if 4 people do it and none of them follow through, you're like, okay, where am I losing them? Did they watch the first bit? Where did I lose them? Have 4 or 5, I would probably even expand it up to 10 if you can. Have 4 or 5 who you know, who will give you really honest feedback, and then pick 4 or 5 random, who have nothing to do with you and are not going to tell you what you want to hear, so that you're getting, so you can draw that conclusion and honest feedback from both. I do the same thing when I launch new programs. I beta test my group, and then I work off feedback to read. Like my program, my longest running program is my top 50 one, which is changing in February. That program is completely different from when it started 18 months ago, or not even, about 18 months ago.
Based on feedback?
Based on feedback, all off feedback.
Yeah.
Everything I added and took away, all off feedback, all of it. And the new program I'm launching in February is off further feedback. You know, the new check-in systems, we've extended it, we've put in challenges, we've added in finishers, which is what people like, all feedback. Off what people, because I'm really interactive with the people looking through the program, so I'm using the feedback. You know, you get, it's twofold. The same with my GA players. It's twofold. One, they get better results because you're constantly checking in to see why didn't that work? Why did you fall off here? Why couldn't you stick to your meal? Why did you have no energy? You know, one of the reasons I switched my leg session on a GA program to Mondays was to keep it as far away from the games as possible, because lads' legs were getting...
I do that myself.
100%. You know, and there was guys that were like, I do legs on Friday and I'm game on Saturday. I'm like, well, that's where your legs are. You know, and the feedback now is, again, the program changes depending on the person, but the default is legs on a Monday, as far away from your games. If I have a college player, it gets moved to a Friday because the game might be on a Thursday. You know, so that's feedback. But your beta group will give you a lot of that. They'll give you the stuff that you may, and the last thing you want is a launch and then problems to come with people who have paid full price or half price. It doesn't matter. Once people pull out their wallet and pay, it doesn't matter if it was €1. If people have paid, there's expectation. There's no expectation with the 4 or 5. You take your 4 or 5 you trust, you take 4 or 5 at random. I actually use bigger beta groups, but I know the systems. For something right at the beginning, I'd stick with 10, maybe 20 max. Okay, gonna leave the vlog here. So super busy day today. A few hours of just replying to emails, getting people set up with the Christmas program and the New Year program that's starting on the 1st January that people are starting with now. So crazy few hours. So I'm ready to conk out and go to bed. Got my Bono glasses on, my blue light blocking glasses. That works tremendously well, just blocking out blue light. So gonna close it out here. Hopefully you guys got some value in today's vlog, and again, anything you want to see, let me know. We're recording these every week, and again, they're experiments, as everything is, just to see what you want to see. So be sure to comment below. If this is Facebook and YouTube, I'm checking all the comments. Let me know what you want to see. Been trying to go off feedback. People putting comments about getting sick over the winter, so I try to do a bit on that today. I'm going to plan to do a full day of eating at some stage as well. And again, anything else you want to see, stuff you like, stuff you love, stuff you hate, stuff you dislike. I'm not emotionally attached to anything that I do. So if you're like, Brian, that's shit, don't like this, don't like when you talk about this, or I love this, just let me know and I'll do more of what you want to see, and I'll do less of what you don't want to see. I'm not emotionally attached to anything that I do, so I never take offense. Like criticism, sometimes constructive criticism is the best thing you can get. So these are so new. I think this is vlog 5. So it's so new, and again, I'm just going with what people are using feedback in the comments. So if you've enjoyed this and you've watched the whole vlog all the way through, please leave a comment below. Even if it's just enjoyed this, keep them going. Going to check in next week, or something that you're like, didn't like that, or I liked this, whatever it is, let me know, because I'm using that for all the feedback. So going to check out tonight. That's officially it for vlog number 5. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. See you next week.